Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The holidays are done, and now the serious business gets back on the way. And even though Ruben Amorim was sacked, we saw Darren Fletcher come in as a two-game interim, and that was not as good as he would have planned. A draw against Burnley, and of course we are out of the FA Cup after a 2-1 loss to Brighton. But the news came out via David Ornstein. The club still has to make an official statement, and they most likely will. But Michael Carrick will be the new interim manager up until the end of the season. That was the plan that was put out by Ineos, and now we know that that definitely will happen. His backroom staff will also be speaking about them a bit in terms of who they are, but you can't really talk about the Burnley game and the Brighton game because with Michael Carrick coming in, we have Arsenal, City this weekend, then Arsenal respectively. These are two games that no manager, let alone an interim, would like to have their tenure start with. And it's clear what Michael Carrick's goal is. Try and win as much games until the end of the season, try and get as much points, and of course qualify for the Champions League, have a top 5 finish, which we still can do. We're only 2 points off top 5, so it's not impossible, but it is very, very disappointing. After going out of the FA Cup, it's now been 111 years since the last time United only had a 40 game season, because that is basically what we are going to have. One of, if not equaling our record for the least games in an entire season. Out of the Carabao Cup after that bad Grimsby performance and the Brighton performance, you can definitely put up there as well. We were so bad. And yes, Benjamin Sesko got a goal. Shay Lacey done well until he got red carded. That's all good and well. But the team in itself, the senior players, the ones that were playing under Amorim, you could see that they were sad, that they didn't really agree with the decision that the likes of Jason Wilcox and Omar Barada made. And this is where we are right now. Michael Carrick is only coming in to steady the ship, help us get through this difficult time, and it couldn't be like the way Ragnick's interim was. It can't be like Ole's management time was, because when he was interim, we were winning games left, right, and center. As soon as he became the manager, that's where the problem started. That's where the, shall I say, the exposure of his lack of a tactical nous basically got exposed. And there was also an opportunity for Michael Carrick before being appointed as interim manager now, because after Ole left his role as Man United manager, Carrick took over for 3 games, and we played against Villarreal in the Champions League and done quite well, had a good performance, winning 2-0 if I remember correctly. We then played Chelsea and we drew with Chelsea, but still it was a very, very good performance, and we should probably have won based on the chances we got. And his last game as an interim manager for United, before obviously being appointed now, we played against Arsenal. Ironically, we played at Old Trafford and we won that game. So there is a bit of a good history, a bit of a good standing to look back to for Michael Carrick as, being the man to stand on the touchline leading Manchester United. And Wayne Rooney said that he knows the club through and through. He lives and he breathes the club, so he feels that he will be successful. I did say that when Ole and Carrick were seen as the two targets, the two names that came up in terms of who was going to be the interim, I did prefer Michael Carrick because we had Solskjaer. I would say he had his opportunity, and we should not be revisiting that particular time. We know why things didn't work out. We know how his tenure ended with us losing 5-0 to Liverpool, that lost to Watford, that basically signed and sealed his resignation. So it's good that we didn't go back that way. And Michael Carrick comes in, he's a calm character. He certainly does have confidence in his ability. And even though he coached at Middlesbrough and in his first season done quite well, taking them all the way to the playoffs. And even though they didn't get promoted via the playoffs, they still were a very, very good team in Middlesbrough under Michael Carrick. And people were already looking at him then saying, can he come and do the Manchester United job? He looks like he can do the part. He looks like his tactical ability can basically be used by Man United. And you fast forward a few years, and now he's the interim manager and has that opportunity to show himself, to show exactly what he can do, because now he's got more time. He definitely will have time on the training pitch to coach these players in order to make them play the way he feels they should be playing under him, and of course for Manchester United. And I'm hoping to see differences from what I saw under Darren Fletcher, but it will be difficult for us because even though we do have now more time to rest before Premier League games, it doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to be 100% at it, that we are going to start playing well, start scoring goals, start defending and keeping clean sheets the way we're supposed to. I doubt that. It's still going to take a bit of time. There is still a bit of bad apples, a few bad apples, sorry, within the Man United squad. And there are things that need to change. And we definitely do need to look at who's going to be the manager coming in, because wherever it might be, this particular person needs to be given full authority to do what he wants to do in order to take us forward. The likes of Jason Wilcox, Omar Barada cannot get involved in terms of what the manager is choosing to do, what the manager wants to do, what the manager asks of them to do. They shouldn't be meddling. They shouldn't be getting involved in saying who must play, saying what the tactics must be, etc., etc. There needs to be a sense of understanding and patience. But we will only be able to tell as soon as that manager does come in, whether we hear before the season ends, whether we hear after the World Cup, the likes of Tuchel, Ancelotti, Nagelsmann. These coaches are being looked at to come in and be Manchester United's manager. There's even the likes of Luis Enrique, who's not signing a new contract at PSG that could be available. Xabi Alonso just got sacked as Real Madrid manager yesterday. There's another option for the likes of Man United to look at in terms of bringing in a manager that can play some dominant attacking football. Now, as I said earlier, his coaching staff that will be part of Michael Carrick's interim tenure, it basically starts with Steve Holland being his assistant. You have the likes of Travis Bunyan, which was the under-21s coach. You also have Johnny Evans returning and being part of the coaching staff. And lastly, you basically will have Jonathan Woodgate, who was with him at Middlesbrough as a coach, part of his coaching staff. So it will be interesting to see exactly what they do. Can they improve the players? Do they instill confidence into the players? And as I said, we just need to get results. We just need to get as much points as possible and ensure that we are in that top 5. It doesn't matter who the coaching staff is for Michael Carrick. He knows results are what matters at the end of the day. And it's going to be difficult for the first 2 games, as I said, against City, then Arsenal. But we definitely are the type of team that, for some reason, against the top teams, we tend to turn up, we tend to get results, win, draw, etc. So we certainly might be seeing a good performance against City, but we'll speak about more about that in the preview with regards to what Michael Carrick might be thinking in terms of a starting 11 and, of course, his style of play and what he expects of his teams. Now, you let me know in the comment section what you think about Michael Carrick being appointed as the interim manager. Let me know who you want as the Man United manager to come in after Michael Carrick. And also, let me know if it was the right decision by Man United in order to appoint Michael Carrick until the end of the season. Have a wonderful day further. Till we see each other again soon in the next one. Bye-bye, Red Devils. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.